it seems obvious that it's possibly to do with me doing, but it's not definite because at work I carried something with someone and they changed their hands and it left me twisting and putting it on. So I can't quite relate it to that, but I can tell you what the symptoms are.
Yeah.
It seems very tight here. I don't know whether that's through holding pads or not. I have had pain there. I've had pain at the bottom of my bicep, and I've had a certain amount of pain up here. But where I haven't been doing pad work, I'm not feeling the pain at the moment.
Okay, cool. So what we can do then is potentially set some time over the next few weeks to get that fit and ready for when you go back to training.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All right. And the way where you're pointing is just on the inside of your arm, and then you said it comes up the outside as well.
Yeah. So on the lower part of my arm, on the forearm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel it sort of literally 2 fingers.
Yeah.
On the bottom of my bicep.
Okay.
And occasionally it run. Well, I just felt it there. There's a little bit of a thing there, but whether they're separate, I really don't know.
All right, no problem. How long has this been going on for, Ray?
How long have I had it?
Yeah.
I've probably had it for the better part of a year.
1 year, yeah. Now, can you correlate that to anything? Whether that's you training a particular fighter who's quite a hard hitter, or you increasing the amount of work that you're doing?
No, I had a particular thing where I held my right hand up for someone throwing a left hook, and I felt pain. So if I had to put it down to one particular thing, it would possibly be that, where I was holding the pad that way, it struck that way.
Yeah.
And I felt some pain. And I think at the time I felt it in my elbow as well, but I don't seem to get any problems with my elbow.
Okay. Now, do you feel like it's got better, worse, or stayed the same since?
It's probably got a little worse because what I'm saying is my movement. I've noticed that my lack of movement a lot more. For example, if I shave, I struggle to get my. It's like with this hand, I can do that with. With this one, that's about as far as it'll go there.
Interesting. All right. No problem.
Lacking the flexibility there, obviously.
Yeah. All right. So, apart from hitting pads, does anything else aggravate it?
Yes, it's some type. I mean, I would say it's more to do with occasionally the positioning of it. Like I say, to do things like that, it can be uncomfortable because I'm preparing for it. I must be holding it, but sometimes I can catch myself doing something and go, oh, and it catching it. But it tends to be to do with the positioning of my arm more than anything.
Okay. So, all right, we'll go into that in a second. What about, does anything make it feel better?
No, I would say this enforced rest of not holding the pad for anyone has certainly eased back on the pain side of things. It's not as painful now as it is when I'm regularly holding pads. And I probably hold pads every single day, so.
Cool. So, have you any clicking, locking, or giving way of the shoulder or the elbow?
No.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything like that going on at all. Literally, just a lack of movement. Yeah.
All right, let's see what's going on then. So this is what I want you to do. Probably easier if you face this way. And from this position, all I want you to do is... That's it, yeah. I just want you to go down and up with your wrists. But I need to be able to see your hands. Ray, I need to see your hands. I can't see your hands there, Ray.
Sorry.
Right.
I'll take a step back here and see. Okay. Can you see him?
Perfect. Do you find it a bit difficult to straighten that elbow as well?
I can't straighten it at all.
No. Yeah, I can see that.
And if you look at it from that angle, you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that. All right. Now, Right, when you try and straighten your elbow, what does it feel like? Does it feel like a hard end point or a soft end point?
I can feel it in my bicep.
Right. Okay.
That's where I'm predominantly feeling it.
Yeah.
Probably into the kind of hook of my arm there.
Yeah. Okay. So Ray, I want you to try this now. If you just come close again. That's it. That's all I want you to do. Is from here, just try and take your arms up as far as it's comfortable. Just stop as soon as it's painful. Okay, not too bad. Back down. So now what I want you to do is do the same thing this way. So I'm having my hands facing this. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, you just feel like you've got to turn it out a bit. All right, and then relax down. Now from here, we'll have a look at the left shoulder first. Here, so you see how my elbow's in front of my shoulder, and then from there, I just want you to imagine it's like a dial on a clock, down as far as comfortable, and then up again. Good, and then the other way. Good, and then the other side. Oh wow, okay. A bit further. Cool, okay, no problem. Just show me the other side again, please. Oh, cool, it's about a 30-degree deficit. Okay, bear with me 2 seconds. Right. So from here, I want you to place your hand out like that and push as much force down on your hand without moving it. So try and on your fingertips, right? On your fingertips.
Yeah.
That's it. And then push up and just tell me how that feels.
I can feel that in my elbow.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Now I just want you to do the same thing on the other side for me, please. And just tell me how that feels.
I can feel that more actually in the bicep and
Your bicep. No problem. Hand to here. Push down. So we're going to do the same thing, but opposite direction now. On the fingertips again. On the fingertips, right? That's it. That's it. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Sorry, say it again.
In the elbow again there.
Good, in the elbow again. Try on the other side.
And in my bicep and forearm.
Yeah. All right. Great. The exercise that I give you today will probably be beneficial. You doing them on both sides. All right. If you bear with me, I'm just going to write this up for you, and I'm just going to show you what you've done. I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay. No worries. Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to share my screen with you, so I can just quickly show you what you've done. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a few areas, but I'll show you the main ones. So if I just show you your right arm, I'm just going to put some muscles on this guy. There you go. So basically, every time you hit the pads, this muscle acts as a shock absorber. It stops your wrist from flicking back. So that's the area of your forearm that you've injured. And we can tell that just from doing the test that we did. And then as well as that, we've got a bit of referred pain up into the biceps here. And then your shoulder acting as a shock absorber as well as taking a bit of a hit. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to show you how to treat these areas yourself. And then after that, we need to go through a routine that's going to strengthen them at the same time.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So I just need you to grab, if you can, a tennis ball to start off with, if you've got one handy. Or anything like that, to be honest. It could be anything that rolls, like a deodorant can or something like that.
Kelly's video, so. I've got. Like a towel, did you say, Elliot?
No, like a tennis ball.
Oh, tennis ball. So I haven't got anything like that here.
What about could be a deodorant can, could be anything that rolls really.
Like a little dumbbell?
Perfect. So I'll show you what you're going to do. So from here, so if I just show you my forearm,
yeah,
you've got the tender point here for you, yeah, and then that muscle follows this whole line here. So it engulfs the bottom of the forearm. So what we're going to do, we're going to place the tennis ball here. Now I'm going to pin my hand back like that, and then all I want you to do is start to roll your forearm, putting as much force as necessary into that muscle.
Okay.
To start to relieve that tension. So if you want to give that a go.
So if I try and point this down a little bit, got a bit of a delicate stand there. I don't know.
Okay, take it easy. That's it. So then from there, Ray, take your left hand and pin your fingers back.
Oh.
Yes. Now roll.
Oh, yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah. So this is the way I want you to think of it, right? At the moment, the nerves in your forearm, you carry on if you like, we're going to do it for 60 seconds. Yeah, carry that on. So the nerves in your forearm are basically yelling out and they're saying, Ray, I'm really tender, I'm really uncomfortable. But what we can do is start to tire out those nerves with stuff like this to essentially stop them from being so loud and turn the volume down on the pain that you're experiencing.
Okay.
All right, so just keep that up for 60 seconds, and then we're going to do the other side as well. You all right?
I can really feel that.
Yeah.
It feels bruised, you know?
Yeah, it will do. It will do. It'll feel really uncomfortable. And then, Ray, all I want you to do from there is do the same thing for the opposite side of the forearm. So now, what you're going to do is pin your fingers back this way.
Yes.
Yeah. And then from here, do the same thing.
Okay.
In as much weight, once again, as is necessary. You all right?
Yeah, I can feel it, huh?
Yeah. So this is something that you can also do just before you go on the pads, and it will work just to quieten down the discomfort that you're feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you won't feel as much discomfort when you're doing that. So now we're going to move on to some light stretches that I need you to do as well. And these you want to do for 3 times 60 seconds. So for this, Ray, feel free to take a seat and just copy what I do. All right, so I'll show you on my right arm, to be the same time you do it. What you're going to do in this position, you're going to support the elbow. I just want you to pin the hands back. And then from there, I just want you to start to touch your finger pads. Yeah, so at the moment you're making a fist, right? Just watch the end of my fingers. It's just the last, that's it.
Yeah,
So you might feel that a little bit on the top of your forearm. You might feel it underneath as well. But nice and easy, nice and controlled. It's important that you keep your as much of your hands straight as possible when you're doing this. Just keep this up for another 15 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Opening up the hand as far as you can. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you might feel that burn a bit.
Yeah, I felt that in my forearm.
Yeah, good stuff. And then from here, you're going to now point down. That's it, as much as you can. And now we're going to make a fist. So open, fist. That's it. Keep the wrist down though, Ray. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
Good. So you might feel that pump up the forearm a little bit as well. So just going to do that 10 times, another 10 times. 10, 9, grip as hard as you can, or as hard as is comfortable. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You all right?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, so you can actually do the same thing in this position for a bit of an added benefit, which the video will show you through. But for now, I just need you to focus on those. Now, those are just a warm-up. Those are just to reduce the discomfort that you're experiencing, and they're just to make it feel a bit more comfortable and be a warm-up for the next exercise, but they're not enough to fix this. All right, so I'm going to give you some exercises now that are going to start to build up the strength again in your shoulder and start to build up the strength in your forearms as well. All right, so for these exercises, we're going to get into a bit of a push-up position, but on your knees. Now, you want as much weight on your hands as possible, and then from here, you're going to do forearm push-ups. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, if that feels too much to have your weight forward when you're doing that, then you just shift your weight onto your knees.
So, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, now the most important thing when you're doing this, Ray, is that you feel it in your forearms. If you don't feel it in your forearms, it means that your weight is too far back. You need to get your weight forward over your hands.
Oh, yeah, I feel it.
How's that feel?
Yeah, I can feel it in my forearms, definitely.
Perfect, good. So we're just going to do 10 reps together, all right? So
Yep.
10, 9, 8. That's it. Try not to let your hips do any of the work. It's just your wrists.
Okay.
Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You all good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you'll do that like a standard exercise, right? Like 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 15. You just have to push it and hard enough that it's a bit difficult, but you don't want to make it worse. So don't feel like you've got to push so hard that it flares it. You still want to make sure it's comfortable after, right? So yeah. Next exercise, real simple, is a plank tap. So from this position, I just want to make sure that you can get into a press-up position nice and comfortably first.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know how that feels on your elbow when you're doing that. You all good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So for this, Ray, you actually need to go a little bit wider with your legs and a bit narrower with your hands.
Okay.
All right. So now watch this. What I want you to do as slow as you can. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. Good. Really good. And the other side. Right. See the problem? Yeah?
Oh,
Say that again, Ray. What happened?
I'm struggling to put my weight on that arm.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to do first off, right? It's just this then. So from here, this is all I want you to do. I just want you to walk.
Okay.
Just like that. And just tell me how that feels. Ray, is that painful?
It's it feels like it's not so much painful. It feels like it's going to collapse.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what we're going to do instead. All right. So from this position, I want you to put. So what I've done here is my knees are on the floor.
Yeah.
I've put my weight as far forward as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there, I just want you to do the same thing.
Okay.
And if that's too uncomfortable, then you can just walk it again.
Yeah, I can manage that.
Perfect, yeah. Let's have a look. Much better, much better. So, Ray, what we'll do, if you just do that, whenever you're ready, just do that 10 times, all right? Just do that 10 times. Nice. So you want to make sure that you can still feel it working, But that
I can, yeah.
yeah, good stuff.
It's, I mean, I can feel it, and it doesn't feel like it's going to collapse.
Good.
But if you watch my arm when I do that one, look, you can see it shaking.
Yeah, I see it. Good. 4 more, Ray. Good. 2 more. Perfect. Smashed it. That's all you got to do. All right. Ray, if you just tell me how your forearm and your shoulder feel after doing that. You feel all right?
Yeah, I'm not feeling any pain at all, actually.
Okay, good stuff. So each day, just dedicate some time to those exercises, and bit by bit, just push them a little bit harder. All right, that's all I need you to do. And then what I'll do, Ray, if you don't mind, is I'll book a checkup in about 10 days' time, if that's all right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, all right. So bear with me 2 seconds. After 4 works well for you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No problem. I've got next Friday at 7:30, if that's good for you.
Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All right, I'll get that booked in for you. And then any problems at all, just let me know. And then once again, Ray, you happy for me to use this video?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Nice one, Ray. Keep in touch. Let me know how you're getting on.
Okay, thanks, Elliot. Thanks for your time.
Anytime, man. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.